What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Look, man, if y'all new here to the channel, I need y'all to do me a few favors. Number one, like this video. I'll appreciate it. Number two, subscribe to the channel. I'll appreciate it. And number three, make sure y'all turn on that bell, man, so whenever I drop a new video, you will be notified. Once again, I'll appreciate it. Here in today's video, today's shout out go to Marissa Lee. Once again, shout out to Marissa Lee. Also, if y'all not follow me on Instagram, make sure y'all go over there and follow me at LiPaul_. That is LIPAUL_, especially if you want to see a different side of me from here on YouTube. Here in today's video, we're going to be talking about the differences between Luvd by Urk and Mr. Cryer and Creolebea and Mr. Mucker. Now, mind you, some of these things that I'm going to be talking about, I did mention these things in the past sometimes, but in this video, I'm just going to go more into detail on it, if you know what I mean. But I ain't going to hold y'all no longer. Let's get into the video. Now, in one of my videos that I uploaded a few days ago, remember how I was saying that Mr. Mucker probably don't got no time to himself. He probably always around LaToya. She don't never give him no alone time. I find it funny how soon as I did that video, probably like the next day, Mr. Mucker was doing a YouTube short with him and his mom out to eat. I just found that pretty crazy, but that's good on Mucker though. He should be doing stuff like that more to let us know, like, yeah, you know, I'm not a puppet and I can go off and do my own thing without, you know, LaToya being in my ass about it. So yeah, it's good that he got to spend quality time with his mom. Maybe he do that and we just don't know about it. He probably just don't record it. I don't know, but good on Mr. Mucker. Bruh, I want to know this as well, because I know that Luvd by Urk and Mr. Cryer dropped the Q&A with their kids, I think yesterday, I believe. And Mr. Cryer, you know, was hinting at how him and Urk, you know, be getting down in the bedroom. So I'm just like, bruh, is they together or is they just good at keeping it low key? Because at this point, they good at blurring the lines, bruh, because I just don't know what to believe. I know they be like, oh yeah, we're not together. But then in some other videos, you know, they be acting like they together, or they be talking like they together and stuff like that. But if they is together, I hope that they come out sooner or later and just let the world know, man, because I want to know or not, because I'm kind of tired of guessing, man. I hope they is together though, because like I said before, they make a good couple and they make a good family. Okay, now this is where we were getting to the differences. Mr. Mucker and Creolebea do not include their kids in their video like Luvd by Urk and Mr. Cryer do. Now, I know that they had some videos when they had their kids in there, Mr. Mucker and Creolebea, but majority of the time, it's all about them two. The people that watch them, y'all know what I'm talking about. But Luvd by Urk and Mr. Cryer, 9 times out of 10 on most of their videos, they have their children in the videos with them all the time. Now, I know y'all probably saying like, what do that got to do with anything? That's not a bad thing. I mean, this whole situation going around about, you know, Mr. Mucker not wanting his kids and he abandoning his daughters because of LaToya. If I was Mr. Mucker, I would want to show people like, no, that's not true. I want my daughter right now. I want my son right now, or whoever, yada, yada, yada. So that's why I'm bringing that up. Like I said in one of my previous videos as well, when it comes to LaToya and Mr. Mucker doing videos versus when it comes to Luvd by Urk and Mr. Cryer doing videos, LaToya and Mr. Mucker just seem like they doing it for YouTube. It do not come off as genuine. The way LaToya act like every video, oh my God, this man makes me so happy. He's the what she say? Oh, he's the dream. He's my dream man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just yada, yada, yada. Just going overboard with stuff like, oh my God, this man makes me so happy. I don't know what I would do without him. Just stuff like that. Like, she do that with every video. Like, LaToya, we get it, bruh. Y'all is together. Like, damn. Versus to when it comes to Mr. Cryer and Luvd by Urk, if a joke do come up, you know, hitting that they together or something, it roll off the tongue genuine. And it seemed like it's genuine and it's supposed to be happening. With LaToya and Mucker, it just feel forced. Like, it seems like she have to do that to make people believe they together or they happy together. It's just ridiculous. Another thing that Luvd by Urk and Mr. Cryer don't do, at least to my knowledge, no one have ever told me this, but they don't delete people comments when they voice their opinion. Now, I done had multiple people. I talked about this before in one of my previous videos. I done had multiple people comment on my video saying that LaToya have deleted their comment when they voiced their opinion. And it's just like, LaToya, how you want to delete their comment? If anything, you should want to keep their comment because that's giving you more revenue and stuff. Me personally, I used to delete the comments too, but once I found out that it give you more revenue and they push your videos out there, I'm not deleting nothing. Just don't pay attention to it. That's what I do. I just don't pay attention to the hate. But for them to delete the comments because they voicing their opinion, it's just like, bruh, it just make it seem like y'all know y'all wrong and y'all feel guilty for being with each other. Or people probably like, oh, no, it's not that. They probably just don't want negative energy in a positive relationship. A positive relationship. But yeah, man, that's ridiculous that they delete people's comments just for voicing their opinion. In my opinion, anyway. Another thing, Luvd by Erica do not interfere with Mr. Cryer relationships with his other kids that's not by her. Like Darian, you know, I know Luvd by Erica said what she said about him. She apologized, but at the same time, she never did anything to where as though she was trying to keep Mr. Cryer from around him. She don't do anything to try to keep Mr. Cryer from around the Prince family and stuff like that and, you know, go crazy about it. Unlike LaToya, it seemed like she don't want Mucker around baby Drake. And other people was also telling me that it seemed like LaToya don't even want Mr. Mucker around his older daughters either. Now, like I said, I don't watch all of their videos, but I do know that the videos that I do watch, their kids is not in it. So maybe that's why, because LaToya don't want his daughters around. Who knows? But it's crazy. But yeah, Luvd by Erica don't do that. That's another difference. But I know it's going to be somebody defending LaToya, and I don't want to hear it. Another thing Luvd by Erica and Mr. Cryer haven't done, at least to my knowledge, they haven't paid someone to bash Mr. Mucker and Creolebea. Unlike Creolebea and Mr. Mucker paying someone to bash Erica and probably trying to pay someone to bash Mr. Cryer. They don't do all that because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Ain't nobody spending no money on somebody that hates somebody that much. I'm not spending no money for somebody to bash you. I'm going to bash you myself. I don't need a third person or a third party, whatever you want to call it. I don't need that. I'm going to come on my channel, on my platform, and I'm going to do the dirty work myself. I'm not going to use my supporters, my subscribers and stuff to go do that. If you so-called grown, approach that person yourself. But no, you're trying to hide and get other people to do it, thinking you slick. Meanwhile, those people was exposing you for you trying to get someone bashed. So it's like it's backfired on Mr. Mucker and LaToya. Luvd by Erica and Mr. Cryer don't over-exaggerate their accomplishments like Creolebea and Mr. Mucker do. Like, for instance, Mr. Mucker is a realtor. It seems like every time he make a big sale, he got to post on his community post, yeah, I done did this, and I done done that, and I done done that. Knowing that people was like, no, you not a realtor, bro. Like, you a fake realtor. You not out here selling all these houses that you think you selling. Now, I know y'all probably thinking like, oh, he just want to prove people wrong, and he probably just want to prove people, you know, that he really is who he say he is and stuff like that. But that's not even the only thing, though. Everything that they accomplish, they over-exaggerate it. And they make it seem like it's bigger than what it really is when it's really not that big of an accomplishment. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, y'all really trying to portray this image that y'all are not. Just just be yourself. Y'all don't even have to do all that. Another thing, Mr. Cryer and Luvd by Erica do not throw shots at Creolebea and Mr. Mucker unless they do it to them first. Now, I know y'all remember when Mr. Mucker and Creolebea first came out, every time they made a video, they always was taking shots at Cryer and Erica. When Cryer and Erica stayed quiet all that time before Erica finally came out, you know, with her sirs, and Mr. Cryer finally broke his silence. But before that, when Mr. Cryer and Luvd by Erica was quiet, Creolebea and Mr. Mucker, they just kept digging, just kept poking the bear, just kept doing it over and over and over. Then when Erica and Mr. Cryer finally, they be like, all right, you know, I'm tired of it, we ready to respond. Then all of a sudden, oh, Mr. Cryer and Luvd by Erica, they terrible, you know, for trying to expose Mr. Mucker and LaToya. When before that, they was poking the bear over and over and over and over. And I know y'all remember what I'm talking about. And for the people that's like, no, you're lying as well. So once again, I don't want to hear it. Anyway, man, let me know what y'all think about this video down in the comment sections below. I know I probably missed some things. If it's something that I missed, if it's a difference that I missed between all of them four, let me know down in the comment sections below. Let me know what you think as well about the difference. Let's see if you can find the difference that I didn't talk about down in the comment sections below. With that being said, I hope y'all have a good day, and I'm out. Peace. I'll be back with more content for y'all real soon.